FedEx, heading to Brawley. Yesterday I was trying to find the name of that one YouTuber that talks about the Book of Enoch. This is not gonna be about the Book of Enoch, but I just want to mention the YouTuber's name is Yo Mike's Z. Yo Mike's Z. Book of Enoch. So if you look him up, he makes it pretty entertaining. Anyways, let's ride the valley. There we go. So I guess today is basically gonna be a sick day for me. Still gonna go to work, but daughter's sick right now. I think she gave it to me too because I'm starting to feel a bit. In Spanish, we call it cuerpo cortado. I guess if you're to roughly translate it, chop it up, cuerpo cortado means like cut body. But in reality, what they're trying to say is body aches, or rheumatoid feel. So yeah, that's the kind of day today. It's a beautiful day. It's kind of hot. Um, and yeah, feeling kind of sick. Hopefully I don't feel like sick. In reality, I'm just sore from doing yard work 2 days ago. Cause usually like whenever you work out or you do some physical activity, it tends to hit you like 2 days later. That ambiotic fluid just hits you. So I was doing some yard work 2 days ago, and right now I feel my whole body is aching. Remember, I'm 40 years old. I'm not the same kickboxer from 10 years ago. But um, anyways, took my daughter to the pediatrician. She has a strep throat. So I'm like, what? She's 9 years old. So she's around a bunch of kids all the time. Um, I'm pretty sure like any one of those kids could have given it to her because I mean none of us were sick, so we're just guessing that she got it from school, playing around. I mean that stuff transfers just by coughing, sneezing, any surface that you touch. So that's strep throat. I remember strep throat being pretty bad. I remember one time having a fever for like almost 7 days, being bedridden. It was pretty rough. But at that time I wasn't taking any antibiotics because I didn't know I didn't know what strep throat was. This was probably like 15 years ago. I did not know what strep throat was, so it was just a beating on the body. I was taking NyQuil, Dayquil, Tylenol. Tylenol is like the big thing right now. It's taking all these things, to try to feel better, but it was bad. And it probably wasn't until like towards the end I realized I had to go get checked out, and I was like, oh, I came out positive for strep throat. So then I got the right antibiotics, and bam, it was gone. You know, so easy. It was gone. Just go to the doctor, let them tell you have something, an infection, get some antibiotics, and bam, you're all set. So my daughter's got strep throat now. She was sick for the past 2 days. I thought, maybe it's just because we had that change of weather, we had that storm. It's humid outside, it's cold inside. It's weather can mess you up. But no, no, she got strep throat. And she's at home sleeping, enjoying her Gatorade. You know, got the good medicine. But now I'm starting to feel the beating right now. Hopefully I'm just sore and I'm being a little baby about it. But I did wake up with those ascos, like those dry heaving feelings. And I'm thinking like, oh man, I'm probably sick. So, well, it wasn't COVID, but strep throat could be just. But my throat's good. I don't feel anything in my throat. But most likely, I'm not really gonna go into into my businesses. I'm just going to drive around, check on them. Pretty sure I'm gonna do a sick day today, but even on my sick days, I'm still gonna go to work. Since I have like the liberty to oversee them without having to go inside. I could do a lot of laptop work, um, go through some memos, emails, stuff like that. So I guess that's the luxury. But yeah, it just makes sense to make it a sick day because I already missed half the day taking my daughter to the pediatrician, which is it's a good thing to do. Those kids, man, kids get sick, And kids, it's like those kids amplify the virus even worse. You know. Any driving tips? Yeah, don't look at the phone while you're driving. That's one. Um, that's pretty funny. Roll P. Yeah, yeah. I guess one driving tip I could give is get one of these newer cars where they have that 360 sensor around. So like right now, if I don't do anything, if I just get close to this car and I stay here, if this car moves, I'm gonna get an alert on my vehicle saying the car in front of me is moving. So those of you who like, I don't know, no, not stereotyping. I'm gonna hit everybody here, but if you're a guy on the phone, like, flipping through your YouTube or social media or whatever, text messages, looking down, and then that thing beeps, it lets you know that the car in front of you is going, or if, you're someone who's been on makeup or whatever, thing beeps, bam, get on the road. Don't take any time, don't take anybody's time. That's the best thing. I mean, that's one thing I hate doing. I hate wasting people's time on the road. Um, if I'm gonna drive slow for like right now, I'm not feeling too good, and so that's gonna make me want to drive a bit slower. I don't know why. That just connects, I guess. So I'm gonna be on this lane right here. Most cars are basically gonna be passing me while I'm just trying to get to my destination. Do you have to constantly watch your speed limit, or can you eyeball the traffic speed? Oh, I can eyeball it. Yeah. Um, it's normally like for example, I'm behind this car. I probably won't watch my speed because I'm right behind this car. If I see them really going quick, I'm just going to kind of like kick back, look down. Like I said, the good thing about the newer cars is that they actually give you the speed limit on the dash. I'm not gonna show you right now, but like right now it says 45 miles per hour. I'm going 40, just a quick glance. I use cruise control a lot. You know, it is generally safer to go at the speed of traffic. I mean, that's true unless you're like in a certain area where the speed of traffic is just crazy. Um, there are a few places here in the Imperial Valley where like cars just don't care, and they go quick. They're just like they see a free spot and they're gonna take it. One thing I do though, for example, let's just say somebody on my left side is driving pretty slow. On the right side, I'll speed up a little bit because most likely the person on my left side doesn't want to let me get into their lane, which is fine. So I speed up a little bit. They get a little bit faster, and then I get behind them, and I'm in the lane. So I usually don't try to cut somebody off, but I do make them think that I'm gonna cut them off. And once I do that, they speed up because they just don't want me to get in front of them, and I just get right behind them, and I'm all good. You know. So I mean, probably when I was younger, I had more of that road rage. But now it's like, I mean, it's not worth it. I mean, as long as like the cars behind me are not, I'm not messing with their time. I'm good. If there's no traffic, I'll drive. If it says 65, I'll probably go 60. Or I'll just hit the cruise control. I mean, the cruise control is the best thing, especially because right now like it's considered mileage for me. I'm working, so I don't want my mileage to show up that I'm speeding all over the place. Hitting 70 when it's only 65. It doesn't work too well for me or my insurance. So like right now it says 65. As you can see, there's some road work on the side, so it's expected that you drive slower. Sometimes they'll put up a sign saying go slower. Like let's just say like if it's 65, they'll say go 45. Is a BMW a reliable car? It's funny you say that. I love BMWs. I have not driven one. Never owned one. I like I said, I do have a Hummer. That was my first dream car when I was younger. But then I never thought I was gonna get it. I never thought I was gonna get it, and I have a Hummer now. I'm not driving it right now, but I do have one. But the BMWs, the ones with the big grill, nice. I do feel they're reliable. I think they come from race cars. Features. Um, when I used to work at Nissan, Rogers and Rogers Nissan, we had a few used BMWs on the lot, and as soon as they hit the lot, they got sold. So I guess that's the question. They are reliable cars because most likely these individuals know how good that, not just the brand, but how good the vehicle is. And I guess it just flies off the lot. But yeah, I did used to, I sold a BMW to the son-in-law of the owner at Nissan. So that was in one of my past lives, like about, I think I was 20, no, yeah, I was 20 years old when I sold that car. And I thought to myself, yeah, I would like a BMW one day. So if if it's God will, if Christ allows it, it's not a big deal for him. Maybe I'll have a BMW one day. I'll be driving that to work instead. No. I would not want it electric though, because I live in a small town. So now, yes, we do have the EV Go cars. Read your comment. How much do you think it costs to go to a car place and get them to upgrade the dash to have a Type C charger port? You know what? If your car doesn't have a Type C charger port and you want them to like add it on there, I don't know how much it would cost. I would recommend going to those places where they install stereos instead. They might give you a better price. If you go to a dealership, they're gonna charge you dealership prices, and some people install one with you'll probably save like 25%. So let's just say you're gonna spend $200, but you go to those other places where they work with those type of vehicles, and they'll probably charge you 150. So so I mean I don't I would probably go to a dealership first, a car place, and ask them how much they would charge, and then compare prices from there. Because the rest of them are usually owned by individuals, and they're willing to give you a good price. So they'll probably install a C-port for you. And if you get a new car, well, I mean, a lot of them already come with C-ports. Like right now, this car, it's a 2025, and it already has two C-ports, one in the front, one in the back. Yeah, that's the part about BMW I'm iffy on. I heard it cost a lot to repair the electricals. Yeah, I mean, the thing about BMWs is that I mean, maybe now you'll find more parts here in the United States. I'm pretty sure now it's not a big deal, but back then when I was selling cars, uh, the parts were expensive. You had to really you had to really order them, and they would come, you know, out of the state. But I'm pretty sure nowadays, I mean, the BMW is not that exotic of a car. Like they have a more economical BMW car. They kind of look like the Teslas, and those are not too bad in price. So living in the now, I think a BMW is something that's more doable. I would get a BMW if I had the option, and the finances were correct. Yeah, I'd give it a shot. BMWs are nice. They look. Um, my family knows I would get a BMW, and I'm pretty sure nowadays. I mean, the electrical